Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 22 December 2020. Coming to you tonight with a good old-fashioned TheApostleP Knife review. What? Yeah, we just don't have enough of those anymore, do we? But tonight, we do. Before we get to the review, let me share with you a common question I get all the time from subscribers, from customers who have watched my videos over the years, and it goes like this. Hey Rob, what's the best locking pocket knife I can buy for under 200 bucks? Well, you know what, guys? I don't think about it. I don't consider it. And I answer quickly. What's the answer? That is the answer. Yeah, that is the venerable, the vaunted, the classic Benchmade 940 Osborne. The first one I ever bought. It came etched with standard Benchmade font, the Apostle P. Yeah, and guys, it's the best pocket knife you can buy for under 200 bucks. Why do I say that? Because there are kind of two icons, aren't there? Historically time-honored, perennial bestsellers. There's the Benchmade 940, and there's the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Why is the 940 the best? Well, for several reasons. They both have excellent locking mechanisms. They're both super fun to use, to flick, to fidget with. You know, they're both great knives. No doubt about that. They both have superb ergonomics, strong locking mechanisms. They come in a variety of blade steels and handle materials as of 2020. Why is the 940 the better pocket knife? I think your eyes probably answer that one for you, don't they? They both have about a 3 7/16 inch blade, a little more cutting edge on the 940. They're both very lightweight, about 2.9 ounces for a standard 940. I think about 3.5 for a pair of two. But why is the 940 the superior knife, in my opinion? Well, here's why. Which one do you think carries better in pocket? The handle length on the 940, not quite 4.5 inches, about 4 and 15/32, and gosh, about maybe 4 3/4 on the pair of two. But that's not the crucial dimension. This one is. Yeah. Height. About 1 1/8 inches from the spine of the handle to the top of the blade when closed. About 1 9/16 inches on the Paramilitary 2. In the pocket, which one affords the hand better access to what's in the bottom of the pocket? Obviously, this one does. They both protrude about the same out of the pocket. I guess the Benchmade perhaps a little shorter in amount of handle sticking up above the pants pocket. It's just a little bit better knife in pocket. And oh, so much fun to open and close. That big, long blade. So they've been making this knife about 20 years, designed by the legend, the now deceased Warren Osborne, custom knife maker, knife designer, and blade sports champion extraordinaire. Here's my problem. Because I love this knife so much, and because it's kind of historic in the annals of my YouTube channel, I don't use it nearly enough. I carry it quite a bit, but I use it carefully. I think there's only one little nick in the front of the handle after, gosh, what, 7 or 8 years of ownership. I did swap the clip to a Parkerized split arrow. So, as I'm sitting around talking knives with buddies, I often mention, you know what? I really need to grab just a G10 940 that I can carry and use the heck out of. And I've never bought a 940-2 because those doggone toxic green standoffs just bug me. I don't know why, but they just bug me. So I've never bought one. I've been kind of waiting for a beater to show up on consignment, and I never have pulled the trigger. I don't love the 940-1 because I'm not a big fan of S90V, and I don't want to pay over $200 for a blade steel I don't like. So, guess what happened, my friends? I think 13 days ago, BladeHQ did something. Yes, they did. Now, if you look at this Paramilitary 2, which is going to be available for sale tomorrow night, BladeHQ likes to do dealer exclusives in Spyderco products with the Natural or Ghost or Jade G10 and CPM M4. So they've done Spyderco Paramilitary 2s, Mannix 2s in satin and DLC coated blades. But they did something a couple weeks ago that it's like they called me and asked, Rob, what knife do you want us to order as a dealer exclusive from Benchmade? Here it is. Benchmade 940BK-2004 Osborne CPM M4 and Jade G10. Oh my. Now guys, I dig the Jade G10 and I've never bought a knife handled in it. I especially like it with black hardware and a black blade because of the little halos of black you get looking through that translucent handle material. I just love it. And not only did they do it in my steel and in a handle material that I really wanted, they chose the right clip, the Parkerized split arrow. So let's look at what we got. Oh yeah. Oh. Beautifully black Cerakoted. Now Benchmade will not run CPM M4 uncoated because of potential warranty issues with rust. And guys, since they switched to Cerakote, I love the stuff. It's way better than their old BK1 coating. I prefer it to DLC, and here's why. When, let's say you sharpen it, you clean it with alcohol or acetone, DLC gets very brown and chalky. You got to go back over it with oil to bring the black back. You don't have to do that on Cerakote. It stays black. And I don't find that it wears appreciably worse than DLC. It hangs on. I love it. So here you go. Here is the M4 Jade G10 940. Now I did a sort of a quick sharpening job on this. 18 degrees per side, no micro bevel. And since everybody tells me that M4 likes a toothier edge, I stopped at 1100 grit, stropped it up on some 2-micron diamond, and I didn't exactly take my time, but let's see what we got. Yeah, that dog will hunt. Not bad for kind of a wedgy blade, I thought. Oh, and by the way, since it's M4, that edge will be like that for a long time. Oh, just one of the best knife handles ever made. And when you grip it in that saber grip, there's just blade forever. My only complaint about the 940 is it's got sort of wedgy geometry because The blade is not very tall from spine to edge, but you know, I think it still slices fine. And so strong. And so much fun. Did I mention that it's fun? The camera's in my way. Yeah, I love it. I love it. One thing I did notice, if you guys buy one of these, there is one thing that's going to bother you if you're the least bit anal. Whether you're lubricating or whether you're cleaning, I noticed it when I was wiping the blade down with an alcohol-soaked cloth. Some of that liquid got back into here and worked its way in between the G10 and the black liners, and it gave me sort of this, it picked up the black more. So any liquid that you get in there is going to sort of show through the G10. So it bugged me enough that I took it apart and dried everything out and cleaned it up. And so, you know, that's just something you'd never notice on a black G10 or aluminum or carbon fiber variant of the 940 that you will on this one. My buddy Peter, when I showed him this at the bike shop, he goes, "Dude, are you actually going to use that, or is it too pretty?" Oh, you bet I'm going to use it. It's a G10 M4 knife that was bought to beat the heck out of, and I will do it. But I'm going to put a link in the description. Guys, this is not a paid review. I get no compensation whatsoever from BladeHQ for doing this, but I think it was 13 days ago I found these. I think it was 2 weeks ago tomorrow that they dropped. And thank you, by the way, to my subscriber and longtime customer Scotty P for tipping me off to the drop. But yeah, I think it was the 9th that these became available on BladeHQ's website. They're still there. And guys, this knife costs $187 brand new now. I think the Dash 2 with black G10 and S30V is like, what are those, 170, 175? And a 940-1 with, in my opinion, an inferior blade steel to M4 is like $260. This one can be yours, and it's a dealer exclusive at BladeHQ for $195.50. Why are they still in stock? I don't know. I'm going to put the link to the product page for this knife on BladeHQ's website in the description. I get nothing except your gratitude for tipping you off that this knife exists. And guys, if you are a pocket knife guy, you must have one. You know, I talk a lot about M4, CPM M4, but it is, in my estimation, the best pocket knife steel you can buy if you don't live in a rusty environment. The best mix of edge retention, toughness, and sharpenability of any knife steel. It's just not very stainless at all. You will love it, trust me. That's why it gets the song every time I mention it. CPM M4. If I could do a chorus of angels, I would. Yeah. Just go get you one. That is my Christmas gift to you, my friends. Grace to you and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word in my M4 940 are sharp.